Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The time for talk is over as we are just mere moments away from the Super Bowl. Two teams now have a chance to prove they are the best. It's the Vikings going up against the Dolphins. So the time has come. Let's send you out to the stadium and join the two men that will have the Super Bowl call. Here are and Charles Davis.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Miami Dolphins. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl. All the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
The first Super Bowl of a new decade, Super Bowl 54, is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to offense. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
Play clock winding down. Looking to throw. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pass interference. Defense.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to hit the receiver when the ball arrives. Got there a little bit early on that one.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I heard all the stories. I watched some of the tape of the old school guys, the throwback guys who were the punishing runners and knocked people aside to pick up yardage. I'm so glad I was sitting here today and got to see it with my own eyes.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. And you're not allowed to climb. You got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time. And it paid off on that play.
And the play clock's running down. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Uh-oh, Charles, now you get to talk about your old spot, the secondary. Very key here in this one.
Yeah, you have to cut me off because, you know, I'll talk about them all game long. Love to see those guys match up and challenge the best wide receivers.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance and they have any decision to make on 4th down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And incomplete to open things up. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Second and 10, gone. And he comes back with one complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. From the gun on third down, gone. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this will be taken at the 13. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher.
Time running out here on the play clock. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
3rd and inches, just turn around and hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And then you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good. And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'll try to do better here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And a look at the defense now. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of Central Casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
The speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense. Still 3rd down.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Vikings send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. But how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards.
Here we go.
Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They come up in an offset eye. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
His throw caught right around the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trait in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So 1 quarter down here in the Super Bowl. 3-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time, a 9-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
And they'll go on the ground. Muscles him off. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
To throw on second down is gone. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third and long. It's gone. He's got time in the pocket. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Now Goff on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Let's go! Throwing again is gone. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start offense. Still first down.
So now 1st and 15.
Let's go! Green, 39!
From the 50, it's gone. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Hang on
someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense. Still first down.
And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense. Still first down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got 3 down. Let's go. 3-19.
And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense. Still first down.
Right. He's down right here. He's down on the right. Down on the right. Over.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go. Green 39.
Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota.
False start, offense. Still third down.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And here's motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Pressure comes, but it doesn't prevent him from getting off a good one here. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball over. That might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot. Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. And the play clock's running down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Holding offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
So here's 3rd and 20, and with a long yardage, defense going with a nickel look. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
This will be fielded at the 17. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. A wall of Dolphins, and there are lots of them there to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Here's Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
This will be taken at the 10. Oh, a heck of a move. attacking on the return. It springs him for 25. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here come the Dolphins. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. A reminder, coming up at the intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Larry Ridley and the crew in Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
On 1st down, it's gone. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 11 on the game there. And it'll be a Minnesota 1st down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, Goff. His throw incomplete. Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Second and 10. Goff again. Wide open receiver complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout. Offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Goff on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the red zone now, Goff. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Goff throwing again. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
Throwing on third. Goff. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. 3rd and long. It's gone. This will be caught inside the 10. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They come out here in the eye. And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. All you want at the Super Bowl is a highly competitive game, and that's what we have. Both teams have to feel like they're in good shape, and that should lead to a wild finish down the stretch. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Dolphins have it at the 44. Coverage breaks down here, and he'll end up picking up 18 yards on the play. An interception would get the defense off the field. Dolphins line up at the 3. They'll go with the run here, and he cap off the long drive with a touchdown, pushing the lead to 10. We go to the second quarter. And with that, it's time to head back to field level as we're just one half away from deciding a Super Bowl champion.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Holding offense. And penalties declined.
Here's Goff now on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
From the gun on third down, Goff. And the Dolphins rush gets home, down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They'll set up a throw. And he will find his man on the in route. Complete. It's a gain of 5. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around, hand it to the big fella, and let him get forward for a first down.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll hand things over to their backup quarterback and task him with preserving this lead. They're going to look to throw. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Goff. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Vikings a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Goff on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
False start, offense. Still second down.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down. On second down, here's Goff. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Out of the gun. Gone. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
False start, offense. Still third down.
Let's see what they go to here on third down and 6. One receiver left, 2 to the right. He'll set up to throw, and he will find his man on the outside. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Time running out here on the play clock. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Let's go!
To throw on 2nd down is gone. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted them to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Goff now on second down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it with Tony D. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, there was no blitz. That was just a draw play that, to be frank, didn't fool anybody.
Did we hear the entire stadium screaming draw? Because it felt like everybody was all over that play, and the defense won that battle.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And this one is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now. Green 39! Green 39!
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's got his man on the out route. For just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Green 39!
On first down, Goff. Finding time. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
All week long as a defense, you game plan to stop this guy as a runner. And then when they start sneaking him out of the backfield and throwing it to him, that totally disrupts what you plan to do in the game.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. Throwing on third, Goff. And he fends him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
The Vikings send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Third down and 1. And they'll go with a ground attack here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Everyone understood their role on that play. Third and 1, you know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Shift together here from the D-line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play clock winding down. Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Let's go.
The play clock's running down, and he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments in this one.
Green, 39. In there, Marty. Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the guns. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
At least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. A beautiful fake. A bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Goff. He's got time. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Third and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Called a gain of 13 yards on the play. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. Goff now to throw. He's got time in the pocket. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Goff now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. And, Charles, in this situation, this is where the word miracle comes into play.
Have to score real fast, maybe throw a jump ball in the end zone and hope for the best.
On first down, it's gone. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's Goff. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they're going to speed things up here. 3rd and long. It's gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get all back in one play.
Yeah, 3rd and long. Thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Still 4th down.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
False start, offense. Still 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And out come the Dolphins now. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And the Lombardi Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.